Alright, so I couldn't get the bolt from the other side because there's actually on the other side of the subframe here, there's actually a radiator hose, and you look here, you see this little bracket with a nut here. Right on the other side of the sway bar, there's also another bracket with a nut, so my bolt would hit the nut and it wouldn't be able to feed through. So basically, I have to take off that nut. Then I could do this. But basically, let's try this again. So I actually had to take off the cover, down here. So now you don't see anything anymore. You can see all the way through. So that's the only way I can get my hand in there. Right. So now get under the car. Here I'm trying to do as much as I can as far as not having to do as much as I can. I'm trying to do less work, but unfortunately that didn't pan out. So I gotta go in there. Got my little ratcheting box wrench here. I think it's a 10mm to get that bolt off. I just needed to get that bolt off. I don't need to. I don't think I need to move the. I don't think I need to move the. Oh shit! Jesus Christ, that's tight. What the hell? Oh, wait a minute, there's something in the way. No wonder why it's so damn tight. I was pushing on something else. So there's like no space in there. Yeah, there's like no space in here. Oh, jeez. Damn it, there's no space. There's like no space. So that thing's not gonna work. Let me try just a ratchet. There was no space. The angle wasn't right. Let me just try a regular ratchet. See if I can get this to work. See, where's the nut at? Oh, I can't even get my ratchet in there because the ratchet head is too damn wide. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, wait a minute. I got it. Okay, I got it. Jeez. That was a tight fit. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. Oof, man. Ow. Everything is all thrashed. Spin it by fingers now. So this side is actually harder than the other side. I thought the driver's side was going to be harder, but with this freaking nut in the way. Okay, there we go. So that nut right there, that head was in the way of my bolt. That's my bolt was sliding through. Was actually like this, and it would hit like this, so I couldn't get the bolt in there. So hopefully that's enough to clear it. I'm hoping. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully that radiator mount is not actually in the way itself. Oh, it is in the way still. Yep. Wait a minute. Yep, it's still in the way. Dang it, the radiator mount hose is still in the way. God damn it. Let's see. Now to move this, to push the radiator aside, I can't do that. So this part of the radiator here is a solid plastic. Actually, I also need to unbolt this mount up right here as well. But the good thing is that the two ends of the radiator hose is actually not solid. It's actually can't reach with that. Let me try that. Oh, box wrench again. From up here, what's that? That's right there. At least this side, there's plenty of space. Oh man, that's tight. Oops. Okay. Here I am thinking this bracket is gonna be a breeze to put in. But actually, it's not too bad. It's just kind of tedious. A lot of little steps, a lot of things to take off, more things to take off than I want to. Okay, so now I can actually move that radio hose out of the way, move it down. So now I should have a perfectly clear space now to feed my boat through. Okay, and I can actually see from below. I can actually see here my washer. Oh shit! God damn it! Just dropped it. So I have my washer. My washer here. My boat's back there. I'm gonna stick the washer in between the bracket and the subframe. Right. That's a tight fit. Okay, oh shit, just about threading it through. God damn it, I'm right there. Oh, there we go. Whew. Okay, man, that was a lot of work. Okay, now I'm through. Whew. Alright, so that was just tight quarters. That's all that was. Very cramped. Hardly any space for my fingers. I don't have very big hands. I'm a skinny guy, so I've got skinny fingers. So for you folks that are, you know, a little bit, you know, quirky, you probably have a much harder time than I did. Okay, so let's go back to this. So now I've got that through. Let's see what I'm talking about. See that? So the boat's through in here, right there. So unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see this for a little bit, but I think you have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so whew, that's through. So I'm good there. Where's my? So I got the washer. So this kit comes with a bunch of bigger washers and I think it was four of these bigger washers and 4 of these lock nuts here. And it came with 2 small washers. There's 2 small washers actually for this bottom one right here. And I'll do that in a minute. So let me put this one on first. Oh shit. God damn it, almost dropped that. Almost. Shit. Damn it. Hold the other side so it doesn't spin. Or doesn't move on me. God damn it, it's moving on me. You know what, I need to put pressure on the bracket so that it holds the boat still. Okay, that's good. So I don't need to tighten it, I just need to have it in place, that's all. Okay, so now I could start tightening up this gusset bracket. So I'm just gonna hand tighten it right now. So I'm hand tightening the bottom, the subframe bolt. So that's that. Tighten up the these 2 up here. These 2 are 13 millimeters. What the hell's my 13 millimeter? Oh. Here's my wrench. Where's my 13? Oh, that's a 12. There it is. So 13 millimeter. A little wobble extension, so it wobbles a little bit, so that way it clears the sway bar. Well, I'm also just gonna hand tighten this one as well. Hand tighten it first. So I hand tightened the subframe bolt already, so I hand tightened that one. I should go and hand tighten this one as well. Well, I actually need to hold it from the back side. So that's a 13mm. And I'm gonna use a box wrench for that one. A little box wrench, 13mm from the back. The cool thing is this subframe bracket and this part of the subframe here, there's a tiny little gap where it's just big enough where I can actually squeeze my wrench through. Just big enough. Okay, I think I got it right there in that spot. Dang it. Bad thing about here is that the freaking... Oh, dang it, I just lost it. Oh, wait, there it is. Is that the freaking rotor is like right in the middle of my... Literally, the rotor is right here where my hand is. So I can't... So everything's like I have to like reach for everything. It's kind of a pain. Okay, so that's about just a little past hand tight. I think if you put any real load on it, it can still move. So now I'm actually gonna go in and tighten my subframe bolt. So you want to do the big bolt first. So I have my torque wrench for that. I'm gonna set so that subframe bolt. The spec is I believe the spec was 88 or 89 foot-pounds at the low side. On the high side, it's what was the high side? I think the high side was like 110 foot-pounds, somewhere around there. Or was it 100? Or was it 100? A little bit over 100, something like 105, 110. I forget. But anyway, so 80, 89, 88, 89 was the low side. So I'm just gonna use 90. Because as far as torque wrench, I only have a 3/8 drive, and I don't want to go. And this torque wrench has actually higher than the maximum on this thing is 100 foot-pounds, but I'm just gonna use 90. I think that's enough. So I got 90 on that. Let's do this. Let's get the subframe first. Then I could tighten those other two bolts. Still people riding at this time. It's like freaking past midnight. But then again, I ride freaking past midnight too, so I guess I shouldn't really say anything about that. At least the guy wasn't trying to rev all loud. He's going through the street easy. Oh man, what am I at now? Jeez, that's only 50 foot-pounds. Only at 50 foot-pounds. Feels freaking tight already. Okay, I'm almost there. Almost, I can feel it. There we go. So that was 88.4 foot-pounds. I'm calling it good enough. Whew. And these two are, God, these two are pretty low. I think if I can remember right, this here is I think it was like 20 foot-pounds, but I wouldn't even go 20 foot-pounds with this one because remember I mentioned in the previous video because it threads right into the bracket, and this bracket's pretty thin. It's only 3/16. And it's, I believe this is mild steel, so it's pretty soft. It's not like the nut. You know, the nut is, you know, it's more hardened. It's more hardened, so it's stronger, and it's also thicker too. So So this one I'm gonna go by hand here, so I could have better feel by hand. And I'm probably gonna be right there. It's good. So that's probably about 15 foot-pounds or so, maybe a little bit more. I'm pretty sure that was below 20 foot-pounds, just by feel. Okay, so back to this thing. Oops. To the back side. You know what? I'm gonna go under. I think I go under. I could reach it better. That way I could actually torque the thing down. Oh man. Whew. Okay, I'm coming from the bottom. Here. And I still need to get the back piece as well. Okay, so right there. Okay, that's good. Oof, okay. So that's together. Now we can put on this piece up here. So I actually need to do that on the other side too. I haven't. So to this point where you see where I'm at right now, I'm exactly at the same point on the other side. The reason for that is because I didn't want to bolt the sway bar down yet, because I wanted to have that space so that way I could, you know, that slack. So here's the other part that it comes with. So this thing right here, feeds to like so. You have a smaller washer, smaller diameter washer, smaller OD. I think the ID is the same. All the nuts are the same. So there's that, and this Allen wrench over here is 6 millimeters, and obviously this is still the 13 millimeters. So it basically goes like this. It goes like that, over like so. So you see how that works. So that's how it goes. Where are my nuts? So I got this is the original factory nut right here, because I'm using the Cusco sway bar. The Cusco sway bar actually comes with a different nut setup, but this is the factory nut. The top one I'm going to use the Cusco nut. I think it fits the Cusco bracket a little bit better, because the Cusco bracket actually this is their nut right here. You actually see that little part that sticks out. So this part that sticks out actually goes into the factory bracket. So I would have preferred that to be on the bottom as well, but you know, unfortunately this piece here is not, it's not the hole itself is not big enough to allow that. So I got some threads on here, got some threads on there. I'm gonna do the other side as well. I'm gonna do the other side, and I won't tighten this one up just quite yet, because this thing is not flushed yet. Once this one tightens down, this will be flushed, and I could tighten this up. Because right now it's still kind of like this, because it's not flush yet. So I'm gonna tighten these two down, and also do the same thing on the other side. Then I would do the last thing I would do was this one here, I think. And that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it. And obviously put everything else back together. And I would be done. I think that's I'm gonna call it, you know, good for the video. I don't think you guys need to see me tying these two up and this up, but you know, same thing with the other side. If something else comes up, I'll do a part 3. But I think this is, I don't think anything else will come up. This is good. We're good now. Alright, so thanks for watching.